Hello class 9. Today we are going to start with the lesson number 5, State Judiciary, the High Court, which is a part of civics, page number 51. Main objectives: introduction, the High Court, composition, qualification, appointment of the judges, tenure or condition of service. Before discussion of the topic, we must know the following terms like judiciary, law protecting body; High Court, highest court of the state; Constitution, set of rules and regulation according to which country is governed; Parliament, highest law-making body of India; Union Territory, federal territory which is directly governed by the center government; Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary of India; Supreme Court, highest court of India; President, executive head of the country; Population, number of people who live in a particular area; Governor, executive head of the state. Let's start. Introduction. As we know, India comprises of 28 states and 9 union territories. The Constitution of India provides for one high court for every federating state in the country. But the Parliament has been given the power to put more than the one state under the high court. It all depends on the area and population which a high court has to serve and amount of work it has to handle. At present, there are 25 high courts of India. It shows that sometimes there is only one high court for two or more than two states. For example, there is only one high court for the two states, that is Punjab and Haryana. On the other side, the Union Territory of Delhi has a separate high court. Why? Because it all depends on the area and the population. Now let's come to the reading part. Just have a look on the lesson number 5. The state judiciary, the high court. Judiciary means law protecting body. The high court, it is the highest court of the state. Now let's come to the reading part. India comprises 28 states and 9 union territories. State, it is a federating part of the country which has its own government. Now union territory, the area which is directly under the center government. The Constitution of India provides for one high court for every federating state in the country. According to the Constitution, means every federating state is having its own high court. But the Parliament, highest law-making body, has been given the power to put more than one state under one high court. Parliament has given the power to put, means one high court handle more than one states. It all depends upon area and the population which a high court has to serve and the amount of work it has to handle. It depends upon the three factors like area, population and amount of the work. That's why the one high court handle more than one state. At present, there are the 25 high courts in the whole of the country. As we will clear it from the given table. Let's have a look on the table. Just have a look on the table. There are 25 high courts and you can see all the independent states are having their own high courts, but some of the states and union territories together using the one high court. Here is Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. Here Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, because these are the northeastern states. They are having the less populated states and they are having their high court at Guwahati in Assam. Gujarat having its own independent high court. Himachal Pradesh, Jammu, Jharkhand, they all are having independent high court. West Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar. Because Andaman and Nicobar is a union territory and West Bengal is very much near to Andaman and Nicobar. Karnataka having its own independent. Kerala and Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep again union territory and the nearest part is Kerala. Maharashtra, Daman and Diu, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Goa, and these are the nearest part to that is Bombay High Court. Madhya Pradesh independent, Odisha independent, Bihar independent, Punjab, Haryana and Chandigarh. Punjab and Haryana both are having the same capital, that is Chandigarh. Chandigarh itself is a union territory. It is also having its capital, Chandigarh, and all the three are having the capital at Chandigarh. That's why they all are using the one single high court that is situated in Chandigarh. Rajasthan independent, Sikkim, Uttarakhand, Manipur, Meghalaya, Tripura and Telangana. They all are having their independent high courts. Sometimes there is one high court for the two or more than the two states. For example, I have showed you the chart at the back. There is only one high court for the two states, Punjab and Haryana, while the Union Territory of the Delhi has separate high court because it all three factors are responsible for it. Number one, area, number two, population, and number three is amount of work. High Court composition. Each High Court consists of one Chief Justice and such other judges. The number of other judges are not fixed because it depends upon population of the state. President has the power to appoint from time to time. Number of judges are fixed from time to time by the parliament. Besides, the president has the power to appoint additional judge for a temporary period, and the additional judge is also known as a temporary judge. No exceeding 2 years. Why? For the clearance of the areas of the work in a high court. Beside, the Chief Justice of a high court can call any judge from the subordinate court to serve in the high court temporarily, if the load of the work so demands. A temporary judge can be appointed for a period of not more than 2 years but cannot hold the office after the age of 62. Now let's come to the reading part. The High Court composition. A High Court consists of one Chief Justice and many other judges as the Parliament may fix time to time. As I discussed, the number of other judges are not fixed. They depends upon population. The number of judges are fixed by Parliament. Beside, the Chief Justice of the High Court can call any judge from the subordinate court. The High Court judge can call any of the judge from the subordinate court, means court which works at the district level, to serve in the High Court temporarily. Means that position will be temporary or ad hoc base. If the load of the work so demands, if there is too much work in the High Court, then High Court judge can call the judge of subordinate court to help. A temporary judge can be appointed for a period of not more than 2 years. Means the temporary judge is appointed for the period of 2 years but cannot hold the office after the age of 62 years. Means retirement age of the judge of High Court is 62 years. It means suppose the judge is from the subordinate court. He is appointed to help in the High Court at the age of 61. He will just work for the 1 year because after 1 year he will complete the age of 62 years. Qualification to become the judge of High Court. A Chief Justice as well as the other judges of the High Court must possess the following qualification. Number one, he must be citizen of India. It means person must be legally recognized. He must have worked as a judge in any court in India for not less than 10 years. It means a person must have worked as a judge not less than 10 years, or he must have worked as an advocate in the High Court or a High Court in India continuously for 10 years, or he must work as an advocate in the High Court, means he must have the practice in High Court not less than 10 years. If he is fulfilling that condition, then he can become the judge of High Court. Next is appointment of the judges. How the judges are appointed. The Chief Justice of High Court in India is appointed by President. Who appoints the judges of High Court? President appoints. How? In the consultation, the judge of the High Court are appointed by President and duly consulting the Chief Justice of the concerned state. For the Chief Justice, the President consults the Chief Justice of India. For the other judges of the High Court, President consults Chief Justice of the concerned state for their appointment. The Governor administered the oath of office of the High Court judges. The Governor make them to take oath of their office to the High Court. Tenure or a condition of service. In order to ensure the independence, the judiciary even in states, it has been provided that once appointed the Chief Justice and the other judges of High Court shall continue to function till they attain the age of 62. Means if they are working, once they are appointed, they will work at the age of 62, means 62 is their retirement age, or themselves resign their office. The second condition, if they voluntarily want to resign from their post, in that condition they can leave the office. Or second condition, when they get their retirement age. The procedure of their removal has been made very difficult. The procedure of the removing the judges is called impeachment, and that is very, very difficult. And they can be removed by president only upon the joint address by both the houses. Both the houses means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha of the parliament on joint address. But such an address must be passed by majority. Address must be passed by the majority members, means maximum members of the total membership of the both the houses. Means total membership means 552 members of Lok Sabha, 250 members of Rajya Sabha, and also by the 2/3 of the members present and voting. And second condition is that the members who are present over there, 2/3 members should be agree with the voting to remove the judge from their seat. Undoubtedly, this is very, very difficult procedure. This procedure is very difficult. Thus, the position of the High Court judges has been independent as possible. The position of High Court judges remain independent from the executives and legislature. Children, today we will do till here, and you will have to reread this part and learn the important terms, and kindly see this table. Thank you, and follow the SNAP homework.